Hey guys, this is Alex. So today we're learning a new cube, and I have a new name. So I hope you guys like the new name. I'm super excited about it, and I'm also excited about teaching you guys this cube. Well, it's not a cube at all, actually. It's a dodecahedron, and it's called the Megaminx. And this thing is really crazy, but it's easier than you probably think. If you learn the 3x3 first, there's only one new algorithm that you have to learn for this. So that is really nice. The plan is that you start from one side and you just work up the layers until you get to the top layer. The top layer is the only part that's like fairly difficult, and that's where you have one new algorithm you have to learn. But other than that, this is actually really not that hard of a cube. So like I said, the game plan is to start at one side and then do the next layer, and then do the next snaking layer, and then the next layer, and finally the top. So the first thing we need to do is go ahead and scramble it. So the way this thing works is just every front side moves, so you can't turn like the whole center of it. It's just a bunch of front faces, but there's still a lot of possibilities. Now before we get started, I need to make two things clear. One, you do need to learn the 3x3 before solving this. I mean, if you really don't want to learn the 3x3, you can make do, but it's going to be way more difficult for you to try and figure this out. If you learn the 3x3 first, that is highly recommended. And the other thing is with algorithms. Basically, you're just going to hold a front face towards you, and I know that there's 5 sides all around, but basically you're going to ignore these down here, and you're going to ignore these back here and everything. Basically, this is R, you know, and then this is L, and this is U, and that's all we're going to be using. There's no B, and there's no D. I mean, it's just right side, top side, left side. So once this is scrambled, then you go ahead and need to find a side to start with. I always start with white, because that's what we start with on the 3x3, and it's the easiest to find the pieces because they stick out real nice. So this is very intuitive. What we're going to start is by making the star. Instead of making a white cross, we're making a white star. It's pretty much the same thing. You see we already have one, so we're just going to rotate it to where the purple matches with the purple side. So just find another white, like this one. So it's going to be weird at first, but you just have to, it's like a little journey that they have to take. You just move it down here. Where does it need to go down? Okay, move it down here, and you're already there, but it needs to be at the green, so we don't want to mess that up. So we can just start kind of like, we put it up here, and then we'll start rotating it around, and just keep going with it until you've reached the green. And there it is, and once the green's on the green, you can just rotate it to the white, and there it is. Now, if you get to the green and it's like this, then what you do is you just put it up a layer and then back down, and just like that, it's flipped it. Every time that you switch layers like that, it flips it once. So then we put it down. We've got 2 of them. Let's find another. Here's one, and you can see that it's already touched the red, so you can just put it right into place. There's only 2 more. This one's yellow, so we're gonna just keep it going until, there we go, it's at the yellow. Switch it over. And there, that part. Now this is pretty much the easiest part of the solve, honestly. Touching the blue, bring it over. I mean, it's completely intuitive. You just find the pieces and put them in place. It's not that hard. So next we're going to do the corners. And luckily, we have the exact same algorithm as you use in the 3x3 to do the corners. You're just going to put these, you're going to find one. So like here, you have white, green, and red. So there's the green and red. It's going right there. So we're just going to take it to where it needs to be, and then we're going to do R, U, R prime, U prime until we've got it ready, and there it is. So what next? Here's one, and it's purple and yellow, so we need to bring it over one. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and go ahead and do our algorithm. R, U, R prime, U prime. 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 And now it's in place. And we just do that with all the others. This one's green and purple. It needs to be all the way over there, so let's go ahead and bring it over. Sometimes you can just bring it all the way to the top, rotate it down, and then bring it into place. It's directly above. R, U, R prime, U prime. 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 The last one's right here, and it's very close, right there. Hold it above, R, U, R prime, U prime, etc., etc., until it's in the correct position. There we go. and that is the first layer. So the second layer is very simple. If you can tell, it's just 5 little inner pieces here. So we're going to find those pieces, and here we're lucky. We've got a blue-red. So there's 2 ways to look at it. One is that all of these down here are pretty dark, except for yellow. And so if you can find a piece that's got 2 dark sides, like for instance blue and red, then you can just find where that needs to go. Or you can say, okay, this is the blue and red, and so now I just need to look for that specific piece, whichever floats your boat. So we've got it right here, and we're going to be using our middle edges algorithm. And it's the same way in that you can either have it on the left going right, or you can have it on the right going left, and you always want to make the color right. So in this case, it's left going right. And that algorithm is U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, U prime, F prime, U, F. And it's in place. So next we've got red and green. I'm just going to look for that piece specifically, and, well, you know what, here's green and purple. That'll work. It's on the right going left. So this time it's going to be U prime, L prime, U, L, U, F, U prime, F prime. And we've got it into place. One more is yellow and blue. So that is right here. So we're going to rotate it down, and this time we're on the left going right. So U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, F prime, U, F. And now I've got all of those little middle edges there. So now the next layer is the longest layer to solve by far. It is this entire snaking up and down thing right here is what we're doing next. And that is a lot of pieces, so yes, it does take some time. But it's really not that hard when you get it figured out. So the first thing that you're going to do with this is you're going to get a piece in between 2 pieces. With this at the bottom, you want it like this, either here or here or here, because what's going to happen is we're going to work our way right. And as we come to the left, we want to be able to move this piece without messing it up, so that's a good place to start. Okay, here's one, purple and orange, that'll work. So we're just going to rotate it down to the orange and get it to there. So that's our starting piece. And the next thing that we're going to do is find this piece right here. So that is yellow, purple, and orange. And that is right here, yellow, purple, and orange. So we're going to rotate it up to the top. I usually just do that. And then, okay, here's the thing. You're going to have to rotate the cube for your algorithm. But you're just going to rotate it like this and put it above it like that. So, and then do our R, U, R prime, U prime. And it's in place. Now you can rotate it back, and you can see we've got 2 pieces. Next, we want this one, and this time we're going to have to use a middle edges pattern. So we're going to find the orange-yellow piece is right here, and you can see we can go ahead and rotate that up, over, and down. Now this time, we're going to want to hold this on top, so once again like this, and we're going to do U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, F prime, U, F, and it's in place. So now I've got 3. Here's where it gets tricky. You don't want to do this corner first. Once you've got a 3 like this, then you want to get this piece next, okay? So that we can rotate this. So green and yellow is right here. So we can go ahead and rotate that up to the top and bring it over to where it needs to be. And bring it down. Okay, it's flipped. So what we need to do is we need to put it into an upper layer like this. And then move it over. And there, now it's not going to be flipped. Now, once we have this piece, then you do this corner, okay? So we're going to look for yellow, orange, green, and that is right here. So we'll just rotate it over, R, U, R prime, U prime. There you go. And we're going to continue this process. We're kind of back to a starting point here, and just keep doing that all the way until we get back. Once you get to this, then you have a different problem, but all of this is just a waste of time to show you guys the whole thing. One thing I do need to address is that if you need one of these pieces over here or something, and it happens to be in one of these slots, right? But if you do need a piece in one of these, you cannot get it out without messing up what you've previously done. So you're going to have to just do our edges algorithm up here, you know, to put this piece in there, and it'll get it out, and then you can use it. So I just thought I should address that. So once you have this starting point and it goes all the way around using the process that I showed you, and you get to here, there's a point where this section, you can't put certain things into place in down in here and stuff without messing this stuff up. So basically what I do is I start from the middle and work out, and what you have to do is you have to move it up and do your algorithm to put that piece there, and then you can replace it back down, okay? And then you do the same thing for these edges and stuff. So this piece right here is going to be purple, green, blue, and that piece is right here. So we're going to go ahead and rotate that out of place and bring it out of the way of this front face so that when we move this up, it won't mess anything else up. So what we're going to do is we're going to move it up one, and then we're going to put the purple, green, blue over this and do R, U, R prime, U prime, just like normal. Oh, and right there, it looks like it's not right, but the blue is matching up. So then we move it back down. We got lucky here. This one's already there, but this one isn't. So this is going to be green, blue, and so you're going to find that piece. Oh, and it's in here. So once again, we're going to have to get it out using our U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, F prime, U, F. And now we've got that piece out. Oh, yeah, here it is. And so it's out of the way. So we're going to move this up, and we want to line this up with the blue. And we're going to do our U prime, L prime, U, L, U, F, U prime, F prime. And it looks, oh, that's not right, but then you move it back down. There you go. So finally we have these two corners here, but they're easy to do. You just find the right piece and position it above. R, U, R prime, U prime, R, U, oops, U, R prime, U prime. You're not going to mess anything up as you're doing that. And then this one is right here. There you go. Now that is the middle layer, and that is the longest, I think, most time-taking part of this solve. So take a deep breath. You're done with that. The next is this layer right here, and it's another extremely easy and short one. So basically, you're going to want to find a piece that doesn't have gray in it, because that's the top. So like this one. And it's already at the green, and does it go right or left? It goes left, so U prime, L prime, U, L, U, F, U prime, F prime. Where's another piece? This one right here is blue and yellow, so we're going to position that here. And U prime, L prime, U, L, U, F, U prime, F prime. Nothing big to worry about here. So once you have that layer, you're almost done, honestly. Like, you've got so much of it done. And it's just this top piece up here. Now, this is where things get really weird, and we diverge from what we normally do. In a 3x3, the first thing that you do is you get the yellow cross on top, and then you get all of the yellow on top, so that you have a complete yellow top, and then you fix their positions. Well, in this, we are going to get the gray star, but after we get that, we don't get these corners to have gray on top. We get them in the correct position first, and then we get their gray on top. So I'll show you how that works. But the first thing that we do here is we get the gray cross. Now, you don't need to worry about where they are right now. These three are in position nicely, but that doesn't matter. You're just trying to get on top. And what you're going to do is every time you're going to use the algorithm that you would use in a 3x3 when you have 3 across and you're trying to get the plus, which is F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. That's the algorithm that you're going to use until you get this star. So basically, the different choices that you have, sometimes it's 3 like this, sometimes you'll have like a mouse arrow pointer like that, and I think sometimes you can have none at all. But basically, you want the side where you do the F to be like the soonest to the right. So see all of these, you go to the right until you reach this, that's where your F is. So F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. And now it switched it to this arrow. And when you have that arrow, you know that you're just one away. You position it with the 2 arrow points to the left and the one to the right, okay? And then you do your pattern. F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. And now we have the star. So once we have that, like I said, this is where things get really weird. You're not going to go to the corners. you're going to try and fix these middle pieces. So find a place where you have 2 of these that are correct. So like blue, and then this one would need to be orange. You don't have to find one, and in this case, I don't think there is a situation. So you just find one, sadly, in this case. But what you're going to do is you're going to hold it towards you, the correct ones. If you have 2, you hold the other correct one, like right here. But when you just have one, just hold it towards you, and you're going to do a pattern that is actually normally used for corners, which is R, U, R prime, U, R, U, U, R prime. But in this case, because it's 5-sided, you know, in a normal one, when you have the 4 U's, you end up with it coming all the way back around. But in this case, if you continue to do it to the right, then it's going to mess everything up. So what happens is instead of being R, U, R prime, U, R, U, U, R prime, it's going to be R, U, R prime, U, R, U prime, U prime, R prime. Okay, you're going to bring them back. So once you do your first 2 to the left, you're going to bring them right back. Now, basically what it's doing is it's keeping these 2 and swapping these. So what I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to have the green like this, and I'm going to try and get the orange. Now, I don't want to hold it like this because it would be keeping this, and the orange would never be able to get here because we're keeping it. So I'm actually going to rotate it 1 to the right so that we're actually still keeping the green, and the orange isn't here. The orange is going to get rotated into that spot. So R, U, R prime, U, R, U prime, U prime, R prime. And there we go. We finally got the 2. Once you have 2, you can hold it to where it's the, you know, the bottom and the left one. It'll keep those 2 and rotate these until they're correct. R, U, R prime, U, R, U prime, U prime, R prime. R, U, R prime, U, R, U prime, U prime, R prime. And this time, we finally got all 5 correct. So once we have these star points in the correct place, now the next step is not to get all the gray on top, but to get these corner pieces into the correct positions. So none of these right now that we have are in their right spot. So like this one with the orange and the blue would go right here. But so there's a new algorithm you have to learn. It's a little weird. I'll put it up on the screen. And basically what it does is it keeps these 2 in the back, right? In the far back and the back left. And it swaps all of these. Now, since they're all wrong, it doesn't matter where we do it, but the algorithm is U, L, U prime, R prime, U, L prime, U prime, R. And that flips some of them. So let's see, do we have any that are right yet? No, we do not, so let's just do it again. U, L, U prime, R prime, U, L prime, U prime, R. And this time, there we go. We've got 1 right here, and said we don't have 2 right, but we've just got the 1. So what I'm gonna have to do in this situation, we've got these 2 pieces need to be flipped, and what that means is that either way that we try and do the algorithm, we'll be keeping one of the places that need to move, and so we're gonna have to just do it once to get this piece out of the way. So it keeps these 2, and it'll move this down here. And then we can move it and put it into place over here. So let's do it here first. U, L, U prime, R prime, U, L prime, U prime, R. And that has it's kept this correct here. And it's moved this piece out of the way. So now we can hold it like this, right? And it'll keep this here. And it'll move this piece there. So U, L, U prime, R prime, U, L prime, U prime, R. And let's try that again. U, L, U prime, R prime, U, L prime, U prime, R. There we go. Both of these are right now, and these still need to be swapped, so we're going to hold these in the back left, and U, L, U prime, R prime, U, L prime, U prime, R. And yes, okay, so now all of these pieces are right. Now, once again, it doesn't matter if that's on top or not, it's just whether these are correct. And make sure at this point that you still have these center pieces right, because sometimes you can forget and you can turn this in the middle of that, and that'll mess everything up. So these 2 are already face up. So the last thing that we're doing is not actually really a new algorithm, it's just a new concept. Basically, what we're going to do is in sets of 4, down, down, up, up, right? Every time it's just down, down, up, up. You always do it in sets of 4. We're going to start here, and we're going to do the down, down, up, up until this is correct. And rather than moving over like this, we're going to move the top over to the next piece and do it until that's right. Move it again until that's right, whatever, and until all of them are correct. And here's how it looks. It's down, right? And then you're going to move this down. So it takes that piece down to here. And then up, up. So just keep doing that in 4s. Down, down, up, up. That one's correct. Let's move it like that. Down, down, up, up. Okay. Down, down, up, up. That one's correct. Don't do this. Do this. Down, down, up, up. Down, down, up, up. And now this top piece is right. We just need to put it into position, and boom. And we have solved the Megaminx. That is all the steps to solving it, and I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If there's something that you didn't understand, please comment, and I will try and make that clear. I am kind of new to tutorials after all. Please like and subscribe, and tell me what you think about the new name. So, see you next time.